Hey YouTubers, Jen True here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. So today's video is, how do you make a bird's nest? What do you use and how do you do that? And then what do you do with it once you've made it? So this is what I do, and this is how I make my bird's nest. And you can use all different kinds of materials. I just suggest that when you're out walking around in the woods and hiking and trekking and spending your time outside, check it out. Like, start observing your surroundings, your natural surroundings, and identify those resources as you're walking in the woods, like white pine needles, those brown, kind of orangey color brown needles that are on the ground. Those are a great material to use for a bird's nest. And also you can use cat nine tail, the fuzz on top of the cat nine tail makes excellent bird nest for fire material. Another great material is super dry grass like this. It's sitting out in the sun and it's just fantastic for fire making, for making your bird's nest. And so what I suggest is you find a nice clump like this. It's in the sun and the wind is blowing. I mean, this is as dry as you're gonna get, okay, in a natural setting. So then you just go ahead and pull some of this off, okay, until you get enough to make yourself a nice bird's nest, okay? Oops, I kind of took it apart a little bit. That's okay. But basically, what you do is you'll then just go ahead and manipulate the material into that bird's nest, okay? So you're gonna just work it around until you get yourself a nice bird's nest, okay? Then I suggest use some material like some punk wood or something like that, which I found right here. I found this really nice piece of punk wood, and you can take a piece of this, super dry. I mean, you can see how dry that is, okay? And you want that fluff. The finer, the better, okay? Super dry. I'm wearing my gloves because it's warm today, and I don't want any sweat from my hands to be absorbed in. Okay, now, instead of me going and, making fire or spark or anything like that, I just am going to go ahead and use a coal. You can use different ways to start fire, okay? But it always results in having a coal. So you want to have that coal in, okay? And you just, I don't know if you can see that. You see the coal in there, okay? You don't want to suffocate it. Lightly blow, give it the air. You want to have patience with this, okay? It'll happen. And there you go. Okay. Now we've made ourselves a nice bird's nest, and I almost lit myself on fire. But that is one way to make a bird's nest and to make fire with natural resources and from a coal. I mean, you can use a lighter, you can use your ferro rod, you can use a match, you can use a flint and steel, you can use all different kinds of things. But at the end of the day, knowing how to source those materials that's going to make fire for you is what's going to get a fire. Because if you have a ferro rod or a lighter, or no matter what you have, if you don't have the right materials for that fire, you're not going to be able to sustain fire. So knowing what to get and how to get that fire going, and then the materials that you need to sustain that fire are key. So I suggest when you're out and about in the woods, just start to learn, those natural resources and start to select them and practice with them, because someday you might need it. You never know. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and hit that little notification bell up the top so you get all my new stuff. Well, I hope you have a great day and get outside. Bye now.